sound of... It can't be. It just can't be. They're not ready, I tell you. It's not the time. Everyone, someone would like to speak with you all.
Let's begin. Okay, welcome everyone. This is the Pick 311 podcast. Pick 311 podcast hosted by Pick 311. Pick 311, the sole survivor of Bikini Atoll. Bikini Atoll, the site of the Baker event. The event that incited and created this reality that we are currently in. I am not the host. I am merely just a conduit. The host is Pick 311. And today, we have a very special show where we will discuss the recent stabbings that have been occurring. It seems a lot of sprites have been stabbed by other sprites, so we have our first three guests on, so please welcome our three guests. They are the VIP with the mask, we have Gerald, and we have Onion Mask and Cheese Mask. We have representatives of every sort of mask. Let's welcome them. Please, if you'd like to have a seat. They are taking their chairs accordingly. And we have Gerald present as well. So, thank you for being on the Pick 311 podcast. We appreciate your time here. So let's get right to it. Let's discuss. What are your thoughts on the recent, there's some sprites that show up and they take a butter knife from the tables and they stab other sprites or slap them. Care to respond? Oh yeah. Absolutely. Yeah, you cannot believe it. Sometimes you're just trying to make an onion. Yeah. Very, very. Okay. And has it affected the VIP lounge as well? The VIP lounge? Yes. A little bit. It affects it, yes. So it makes it more difficult for the VIPs. And we'll put this in the show notes. The show notes for everybody. For our listeners at home, the sound in the background sounds like our guests are poisoning themselves. Moving on. Cheese Mask. Oh, yes. Care to... The pig appreciates it. For our listeners at home, we hear the dulcet tones of a poison thing being made. It appears the poison has been effective on one of the four guests, but we shall continue. Now, and we'll put this in the show notes for everyone. Now, oh yes, would you, our guest has very kindly brought an apple for our host, Pig 311. Pig 311 is in fact a pig who appreciates apples. Gifts are always welcome. Thank you for bringing an apple to the pig. The pig is currently hosting, so the pig will have the apple momentarily. And now, Cheese Mask and Gerald. A very important question the pig has for you both. Oh, yes. I see. Oh. That many times. Infrequent occurrence. Well, you don't say. Well, this is the kind of scintillating knowledge that we come to hear on the Pig 311 podcast. Yes, and Gerald's scaly skin is very soft to pet. We appreciate Gerald's presence here as well. Well, thank you to our guest. We will put everything in the show notes. Those are very profound answers. Let's hear it for our first guest. Our next guest is the wobbliest of all. Wobbledy Boo is the one with the Wobbledy VIP mask. Please, let's welcome Wobbledy VIP mask. Please come up. That's you. Hello. That's you. Wobbledy Mask is a well-known comedian in the land of the under. Perfecting their Wobbledy Mask routine. They are performing it right now. It is very, very humorous. The crowd is enjoying it very much. We will put artist renderings in the show notes for everybody. No. Oh, and I see the Wobbledy VIP Mask is doing their traditional trick of taking a flower with their hands. Their hands are very low to the ground because of the Wobbledy Mask, and so it appears quite humorous as well. It's always a pleasure to have you on the show. So, please, could you let us know if there are tour dates or any new releases? Ah, well, terrific, wonderful. And then taking some time off and then continuing again. Wow. Busy schedule for Wobbledy Mask. Grateful to have Wobbledy Mask as our guest. Thank you, Wobbledy Mask. We'll be on the lookout for the Wobbledy. Care to do another one of your bits for us? The pig really appreciates your humor. Ha ha ha. Ha 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 ha. For our listeners at home, Wobbledy is spinning and doing their bit. It is quite humorous. Do you agree? Yes. Thank you, Wobbledy Mask. Let's hear it for our guest, Wobbledy Mask, on the Pig 311 podcast. Last but not least, we have some crobs. Let's welcome the crobs to the stage. Hello, crobs. Welcome, please. Have a seat. The crobs are doing their due diligence inspecting the stage, as they are crobs responsible for sifting through the sands of memories in order to bring them back to the forefront. Now, crobs, we always like to hear updates about how the restoration of the dreams and memories of this space are going. So what can we expect next to be brought into the time loops that we are existing in? Death. Much death will be brought. Despair, death, poison apples, and little purple clouds of skulls will be brought by the crobs. Thank you for this happy news. It's always a pleasure to have you on. Sorry that your friend died on the podcast. Quite a tragic occurrence. But one that is temporary, for immortality is the gift that we all have in this place. No one ever really goes anywhere. This is all thanks to the pig. Ah, yes. And the reason why it's an onion? The pigs and the frogs have an alliance. It goes long, long, long. Well, thank you. And we'll put all that in the show notes about the poison purple clouds. The skulls may be something about a sweeper union, perhaps. And the battle and killing might have something to do with the bunker. But we'll see. Well, thank you very much for our guest. I'd like to thank the crops with their warning of death and destruction and despair. And the masks that were here earlier discussing the stabbings among the sprites coming to an end, perhaps. And let's not forget Wobble Mask and their sense of humor. Look to our show notes for tour dates. Thank you very much. This has been the 11 podcast hosted by 11. Thank you.